Good day everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. In this video I'm going to be talking about at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard, March 15th. Okay, this is going to be a big concern for the U.S. And the U.S. economy and U.S. dollar policy. So here at oilprice.com, Saudi Arabia considers ditching the dollar for Chinese oil sales. These are the highlights right here. I guess the Saudis have been pretty well bullied for decades with the U.S. forcing U.S. dollar to be the petrodollar as well. So what Saudi is now looking at is to move it over to the yuan. That would be a huge deal because that gave the U.S. government, and I verified it by listening to Senate hearings, that a lot of the politicians feel that the U.S. dollar can be used to weaponize the U.S. dollar in the interests of foreign interests for the U.S. government. So those days look like they are coming to an end if this happens. So China is aggressively pushing to dethrone the dollar as a global reserve currency. And you know why. And the latest developments suggest the petrodollar, U.S. dollar, is now being threatened. There's also another competitor coming in called the Bitcoin thing. You know, that crypto? So again, this is oilprice.com. Saudi Arabia considers ditching the dollar for Chinese oils. When you dig deep into this article, the reactions are not too good for the U.S. Let's see here. The U.S. has deteriorated under President Biden, who said in his 2020 campaign that the kingdom should be pariah for the killing of Khashoggi, Prince Mohammed, who U.S. intelligence authorities say ordered it and refused to sit in on a call between Biden and the ruler, King Salman, I guess. So the relationship between the U.S. and Saudi is deteriorating. Now, under Trump, they were the U.S. was energy independent. Didn't have to. They got to a point where they were actually exporting oil under Trump, and for that, with the new government, with Biden coming in, obviously that's no longer the case. Canada is supposedly the second largest stable exporter or importer for the U.S. Outside of Saudi Arabia. There's no talk of any importing of Canadian oil. I guess it's because of the environment, because it's dirty tar sand oil. That's probably one of the reasons as well. Carbon tax. It's all the ongoings of the climate change talk and all that. But as it stands right now, this is what they want to focus on, is Saudi Arabia. But again, the dynamics have dramatically changed. The U.S. relationship with the Saudis has changed. China is the world's biggest crude importer, and they're offering many lucrative incentives to the kingdom. Don't forget, China also can import from Iran and can also import from Russia. So this is the pull and influence that China has. Here it is. This is the art of what I want to say. Needless to say, the U.S. is not happy with this historic transformation, a senior U.S. official told the Wall Street Journal that the idea Saudi selling oil to China in yuan was highly volatile and aggressive and not very likely. This is part of the problem, the arrogance of a lot of American politicians, just whatnot, thinking that they will stay on top forever. That's not the case. The Saudis can do obviously what they want, and with the reasons I just specified in this article, you can see why that rebalancing with the China as well can pivot that. So it could be good by petrodollar, and that's going to be a huge impact on the U.S. dollar and the U.S. economy, and also from a political standpoint as well. But it's in this article. I'll put it in the description. There's also this as well. CoinDesk, when they also mentioned here, China is a buyer of more than 25% of Saudi Arabia exported oil, just so you know. Now this is the interesting part, because now Bitcoin and crypto is pretty well operating in with correlation back to the markets, the U.S. markets, it's impacted by what goes on in the overall mainstream economies. Used to be divergent from it. No longer that's the case, and it has these sort of things have an impact on U.S. The price of Bitcoin, the influence of Bitcoin. But here it is. News would seemingly be of interest to the Bitcoin and gold markets, but for now there's little reaction, with the price of Bitcoin staying in the mid 38,000 area and gold remaining lower by 2.1%. So there was that drop in the price. So there's a little video here, and again, this article is CoinDesk.com. Saudi Arabia mulls pricing of China oil sales in yuan. That report. So again, I'll leave it at that. If you're into this sort of stuff, get in touch. Get on our email list, quantlabs.net/contact. And these sort of events will heavily affect your portfolio and the impact of your future. Thanks for watching.